Good afternoon, everybody. Chris Bradley with your Weather Geek Report here for Thursday afternoon. Two things I'm going to cover with you here today. First, I'm looking at the potential for showers and storms here this afternoon. I'm going to show you the areas where there could be some severe weather. And unfortunately, I've got some big changes to the weekend forecast. We're going to talk about that. But I'm going to show you one model that doesn't quite agree. So let's begin first talking about the severe weather outlook here for this afternoon. And that is the setup for possible severe weather, primarily south along the Ohio River, but extending down across West Virginia. We're just starting to see a few storms firing now. Of course, we've had a little bit of rain earlier today. The model not doing a particularly good job here in indicating where exactly these storms will form. And if you've been following my Weather Geek reports, you know the Storm Prediction Center had us under a marginal risk. Then they took it out. Then they added it back in. And my gut feeling has been all along that there may be some severe weather, especially where skies have cleared. And one thing we can look at is what's called the CAPE. This is the amount of energy available in the atmosphere. And this is based largely on how much sunshine has come out. And look down here across southern Ohio, and you can see a little bit of yellow showing up here. That tells me right there that we've got CAPE values anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 joules per kilogram. What does that mean? Well, that means that there is that chance for severe weather. Anytime it gets over about 1,500, that's an indicator to me that we could go severe. Let's get in even a little bit tighter here and you can see where we're talking about. So Columbus, the atmosphere looks fairly stable here. Where I think we'll see the storms form will be generally in a line here from near Indianapolis down to about Chillicothe, all the way down here to the Ohio River. This area right here, particularly where you see the yellow, that's where we have that potential for severe weather. Right now, it looks like damaging winds are a threat, but probably the greatest threat again today will be large hail. So if you live in southern Ohio, keep an eye on the radar this afternoon and this evening. You may want to consider bringing your car inside to avoid any dings. That's never good. Here is the HRRR, the high resolution computer model for 3 o'clock. Remember how I said I don't have a lot of confidence in the model? Well, this is not really there. Okay, so the model's making that up. This area right here is legit. It's a little bit further south down along the river, but there are some storms forming upstream around Indy, and they're going to be going in this general direction here. So, all right, there's something to the model that's right, something to the model that's not correct. You know, it is what it is. That's the only high resolution model we have here, so we've got to use it. How's it shaping up at 8 o'clock? Well, isolated storms, and again, mainly in that zone of southern Ohio. So again, we'll keep an eye on this. It's just a marginal risk, but one or two of these storms could go severe, so it's something that I'm going to be closely watching, and I'll keep you updated. All right, the other big story is the weekend. Oh boy, there are some significant changes to the forecast for Saturday, and here's the setup for that. We've got a pretty large storm system that's forming back here across the middle part of the country. There's going to be a front that lifts up, a warm front, then a cold front that comes through, and the timing right now has sped up. The computer models are bringing this in sooner rather than later. So that means it looks like we're going to have rain on our day Saturday. The question is, what time exactly will it begin? Yesterday, I was thinking, 6, 7 p.m. But look at this. This is the WRF model at 11 a.m. and it's got showers coming down over the Columbus area, and it's even got some thunderstorms back across Indiana. So this has really sped things up significantly. Of course, we've got the Cap City Half Marathon going on this weekend downtown. We're going to be broadcasting it live on 10 TV. It airs beginning at 7 a.m. on Saturday morning. The race actually begins at 8 a.m. So I'm going to be watching this very closely because there's going to be thousands of runners in downtown Columbus. Now, as we go through the day, the confidence really grows that, we're going to have rain. So if you have plans later on Saturday, looks for sure that we're going to have some showers coming in here. And it looks like this rain will continue into Sunday as well before we clear it out on Monday. Hey, there is a model, the GFS, that's not quite buying this sped up version. And I just want to show you what it's looking like. You see, here's Saturday morning. It's got us dry. So if this would verify, well, then maybe the rain holds off. So as we go ahead on the GFS, again, this is not as a high resolution of a model and perhaps not as an accurate model as the NAM or the WRF. but it's something we need to look at. It does have the rain coming into at least the southern half of Ohio by Saturday evening, which is kind of what I thought yesterday. So that's what's going on for the weekend. We'll be keeping an eye on that because I know a lot of you have plans. I know it's a switch to the forecast, but I wanted to take this opportunity here in the Weather Geek Report to explain to you exactly what I'm looking at and the dilemma I face in coming up with your forecast. I'll look for you tonight at 5, 5:36, and 11 on 10 TV. Look for your next Weather Geek update coming up first thing in the morning at 7 a.m.